Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are talking about a pretty sad story today. The shooter from Oxford, Ethan Crumbley. So I decided to check him out on YouTube, like just, type his name in. And there's videos of this kid, I guess from when he was a aspiring vlogger.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Ethan here. I'm actually very excited. So just like a couple minutes ago, I got a new channel. So we have my Santa Finder Ethan channel, the one I'm video on here right now, and then I started a new channel, which is Santa Finder's Vlogs. It doesn't have any videos uploaded on it, but I'm pretty sure I might get a video tonight or tomorrow on my vlogs. It's just a channel all about vlogs, so.
And I watched these videos of him, which were probably a few years old, and the kid just seemed so sweet and innocent. And he wanted to be a vlogger about video games, his life, it seems. And obviously that didn't happen. Instead, he became yet another mass shooter to add to the list of mass shooters that we've had in America. And what's heartbreaking is I started to think about what if his vlogging aspirations were supported and encouraged instead of him being bullied. What if people subscribed to his channel, watched his channel, supported him, gave him, some respect, instead of him, I guess from what I've read, he was bullied, he was a bit of an outcast, and eventually he snapped and he had access to guns through his parents. Apparently he took one of his parents' weapons. But I just think, like, when you have young kids that have a goal of being a YouTuber, and then they get bullied to the point into submission where they react, they snap, and they fight back. And sometimes they have access to very fatal, powerful weapons, and they kill their classmates. I just think about how this could have been prevented. Now, at the end of the day, he was 15 years old when he did the killing, so he needs to be accountable. And from what I've read, he's going to be held as an adult, which I think is the right thing to do here, in my opinion. But I just think about how this could be prevented, how this could be avoidable, and then watching the YouTube videos of him as a young kid, just the other path he could have been on. His life could have gone so differently. I think it's important, especially if you guys are watching, if you have children, to teach them the importance of not bullying. I'm 38 years old, and I get bullied all the time on my YouTube channel. I get made fun of for my big nose. Apparently that's a big one they like to go for. I've gotten a few death threats throughout my time as a YouTuber. I get insulted all the time on my TikTok, on my YouTube channel, which that's a form of bullying. End of the day, it is a form of bullying. But the difference is I'm 30 years old. I think I'm mentally stable. And I'm mature enough to put everything in context, and I have very thick skin. So it doesn't bother me at all, and I can handle it, I can withstand it. As YouTubers, you have to. You put yourself out there, you're gonna get insults from people that don't know you, keyboard warriors. It happens all the time, so whatever. But a young child, a lot of them I don't think that they have the mental capacity for it. And so, while we need to strengthen and give kids confidence and give kids and teach them how to have thick skin, give them the resources to have thick skin, we also need to teach kids in general not to bully. I'll be honest, I was bullied when I was in high school, freshman year. I was picked on a lot when I was a freshman in high school, that I cried a few times during school when I was being bullied. And I remember when I was older, instead of remembering what it felt like, I became a bit of a bully myself to some of the freshman kids. Because I believed, as a junior, as a senior, that was just the rites of passage, right, that these kids had to go through. Because I went through it too. So I was like, I'm just doing exactly the tradition that was done to me. There was one kid I remember picking on. He was a freshman, I was a senior. Did some light bullying, and it was on the bus every day on the way to school. And I remember at the end of the year, as I was graduating, I said to the kid, hey man, in front of the whole bus, I remember saying to this kid, like, you were a great sport this year. And now that you're a sophomore, it's your turn to just be the more senior person. And we shook hands, gave the kid a hug. It was a wonderful moment that I'll always remember. And the most important part of that moment was I felt better in that moment, giving that kid a hug, shaking his hand, being kind to him, than I ever did throughout the year of, poking fun and doing some light bullying. It was more powerful to me to be kind to somebody than it was to be mean. It made me feel better to be nice than it did to be mean. And I've tried, for the most part, taking that with me, especially now that I'm an adult. And that's a big reason why I'm able to do my YouTube channel about politics, because I don't get triggered by people. I don't try to insult people. I keep my cool, because I think that it's just better to be kind to people than it is to be mean. It's just the reality. And so I just think about this kid, Ethan Crumbley, and I just think about how this could have been avoided. And I think about the people that he killed that could have been alive today, that should be alive today. I wanted to read the names of the victims that were killed by Ethan Crumbley, because it's important that we remember their names. Tate Meyer, 16. Madison Baldwin, 17. Hannah St. Juliana, 14. Justin Schilling, 17. He's being charged with a count of terrorism, 4 counts of first-degree murder, 7 counts of assault with intent to murder, and 12 counts of possession of a firearm while committing a felony in connection with the school shooting that killed 4 students and injured 7 other people, including a teacher. So I think that this act was so disturbing that he needs to be tried as an adult. And I think that that's what the court's doing. So that's a good decision, and it's one that I back up. But again, the point of this video, guys, is how quickly someone's life can change with one decision based on them snapping. And that's what happened here. Not only did Ethan's life change forever, but he took the lives of other people. And their families will never be the same ever again. They'll live with this for the rest of their lives. And just think about how many things that these young students are going to miss out on in their lives. I'm sure they all had dreams. I'm sure they all had aspirations. They were all probably starting to think about college. And so it's some heartbreaking stuff. Again, if you have kids, please teach your kids not to bully. It's better to support your classmates than it is to bully them. And if we can look at kids like Ethan Crumbley when they're young, aspiring YouTubers and support them instead of tearing them down, probably would lead to better outcomes for all of us. So anyway, guys, that's the video today. Just wanted to give my opinion on it. Really sad story. Definitely a change of tones today, but sometimes we got to address these news stories. Be free, my sheeple.